Yo, 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 what's up, you guys? Welcome back. Today is June 15th, Sunday, wash day. A few days after my 3-year and 10-month anniversary, man. And today just happens to be Father's Day. So to all you fathers out there, congratulations. I hope you guys are having a good time. I'm a father. I have to have some friends who are enjoying themselves with their families and others. And then I have some friends who wish they could be with their family and friends for whatever reason. A lot of us don't have our fathers in this world. And if you do still have your father and they're not in the spirit, you know what I mean? Enjoy them. You know, you guys take care of your health today, take care of yourself today, and that will be more of the wealth for the day, you know. So just do everything that you can to the best of your ability to relax and enjoy the fruits of your labor, including your children. If you're with the mothers of your children, enjoy them as well. It wouldn't be possible even without the women. This is not a Women's Day today. This is Father's Day. For you women who say Happy Father's Day to myself, sorry, it's not your day. It's not your day, because there's good fathers like me and them and him and him and them and everywhere else around the world. You know, and I don't really know your situation. You know, like I said, I have a friend today. He's struggling, wants to be in his son's life, but you know, his son is upset with him. You know what I'm saying? His son's so upset with him, he hasn't spoken to him in a long time. But a part of that is also, I believe, things that his son has heard about his dad from his mom. And this dude is really struggling. He's doing his best. He's hurting because his son wants to change his last name, you know, things like that. And it's not that this guy doesn't want to be his father or isn't trying to be. He's going to counseling. The son won't show up to things. It's just, you know, sometimes it's like that. So my heart goes out to y'all. And even though some people try to erase you as a father, my higher power tells me that ain't the reality. You'll always be that, whether it's the child or the other parent who thinks that you're not their father. Or, good Lord, someone behind me is just coughing ridiculously. But anyhow, it doesn't matter what they think. They can't erase that. It's not, they want to change reality, but the reality is you are. So anyhow, I'm going to get into this. Like I said, today is 3 years and 10 months, not today exactly, but 4 days ago, on the 11th. Before we get into this, as you know, I like to take you around the kitchen, so let's take you around this kitchen, okay? I'm hoping you guys are getting this. I hope you guys can hear me. Hope you guys are seeing anything. I don't know what I'm doing, what I'm getting, what I'm not. But yeah, that's the kitchen, y'all. I don't know what I got cooking up here, what's going on, but hopefully it's, you know, hopefully you guys enjoy it. If not, it's okay. I'm happy with it. But let's get into this. 2 things I want to talk about: more maintenance issues and so forth like that, or challenges, not issues, I'll say challenges. Or I should say growing pains. Yeah, we'll call it growing pains, not maintenance, growing pains. Some of the growing pains, my hair is finally getting to the length where it's on my back of my neck, on my shoulders, and it could get itchy to my skin. My skin is real sensitive sometimes. Yeah, man, I'm at that point. Never thought I'd be at the point, not complaining. I'm happy to be there. But it's a new sensation for this sensitive skin. And yeah, I hate itching, man. I'm that dude, when I get sleepy, I start itching. I mean, I'm always itching and so forth. I'm the guy who cannot do wash detergent with any of the perfumes in it. I can't do perfumes at all, man. I don't do none of that stuff because it makes me itchy, messes with my nose, you know what I mean? Person in the back, they're probably hacking and doing all that because of allergies. Speaking of allergies, look how pretty this yard is looking here, you know what I mean? Got these flowers, good green grass, just got done raining, you know, the street's a little wet, you know what I'm saying? But anyhow, my skin's real sensitive, so this hair getting long, it's in there. Bro, I forget to bring my rubber band with me to a lot of places, right? So I'm eating. It's so hard because I'm hard of hearing. I don't know if I've ever talked to you guys about this, but I'm completely deaf on my right side. I wasn't born that way. Back in September of 2000, shortly after getting in a car accident, I just had some sudden hearing loss and went deaf on my right side. So I have hearing aids. Hearing aids, I don't have them in at this moment, but I have hearing aids. And when I have those hearing aids in, if I don't have a rubber band with me, one of those, not a regular rubber band, you guys. No, I'm not. You think I am some type of savage or something? You know, no. I mean, one of those, it's a thick one. It's probably about like a half-inch thick, like tube-like, with this like wrapped in some type of cloth that I tie my hair up with. Got it from my son. He has long hair. But if I forget it, I have to tuck this lock right here, particularly this one, behind my ear. But when I'm eating, if I have my hearing aids in, it always dislodges and goes into my food. So growing pains, that's another growing pain. Another growing pain that's new to me, when people hug me, they accidentally, when they tug my hair back, my head goes back because it's getting longer on the back of my neck. If someone just puts their arm around me, like, you know, just like that, tugs my hair, that's a new thing, you know what I'm saying? Growing pains. I rather that than the alternative though, you know, but I just want to tell you guys about that. Probably should stop rubbing my eyes talking about them allergies. I might start itching here in a minute. Eyeball red and stuff, might start doing that. But anyhow, man, those are some of the growing pains. I'm continuing. There's a few things that I did stop doing voluntarily and then involuntarily within my actual maintenance. Some of the things that I stopped doing for 2 weeks voluntarily was I stopped doing my cold brew coffee in my hair, and I stopped doing my rosemary water that I create. I stopped doing that for 2 weeks, and then I brought back the coffee for 2 weeks by itself, not the rosemary. And today was the first day that I reintroduced the rosemary back with the coffee. And the reason, and the rosemary, I was gonna bring it back 2 weeks ago with the coffee, but I messed up when I was cooking it, when I was, you know, getting it prepared. I left the burner on, left the house, forgot all about it, and then my kids, I get the call from ADT about the fire alarm. Goodness, great, thank goodness my kids were home. But anyhow, just messed up the batch, so it just sort of took me about 2 weeks to get it done again. I could have did it last week, but you know, life be lifing, and you know, I just learned how to say yes more so I could do things and go do things that I probably wouldn't normally do, but just trying to expand myself and break myself from the, you know, I get used to saying no. I get used to not like wanting to do things or try new things. And that could be fear, it could be laziness, I don't know. It doesn't really matter, but I'm trying to make some changes and expand some of my living situation, some of my experiences. That's what I'm looking for. You know what I mean? But yeah, that was the involuntary part of it. Just burning it and just not getting around to it. But I noticed some things, some changes during that time. I definitely want to continue my routine. I'll say that. You know, it did all right without it, but my hair wasn't as soft. You know what I'm saying? My hair wasn't as soft. You know what I mean? It wasn't as soft. So I had to hydrate it much more with my hydration spray that I created. You guys who don't know what I'm talking about, I have a cold brew that I do, a rosemary water that I create, and my own spritzer to hydrate. I have that under the maintenance tab, the hair maintenance tab. Go check out those videos on how to do that. But yeah, man, I hadn't did it for basically a month with all of those things, and yeah, you could tell a difference, man. You could tell a difference. So I'm back on my routine with that. You know what I mean? Oh, guys, let me tell you something. I almost forgot about this. My neck is edged up. This is my first time I edged up my neck last Sunday. I took a trip to Santa Fe, and that's part of the reason why I didn't make the rosemary water. I was out of town, like I said, enjoying and expanding my experience. When I got back from Santa Fe, I was gonna shave all my hair off my face. I got this hair in my butt. I said, man, I just want to be clean again. Get it, you know. Boy, I pulled out them clippers, had the guards on them, and as soon as it touched my little cheek right here, I changed my mind. But I had already edged up my neck. I'm glad I didn't do it. I'm glad I didn't do it, man. I almost made that mistake. I almost shaved my face, you guys. I almost shaved my face. Now, this is my journey. I'm not shaving my face, man, but I almost did, man. I think it's okay if I do change my mind, but I'm just not ready yet. You know what I mean? Sometimes I go through this back and forth thing. I did it with my hair. I was telling you guys probably about last January, February, I was struggling with my hair because my hair is not looking like the next person. My hair parted, it's not thick. You know what I mean? It's not looking like other people. All right, somehow I got cut off, but yeah, I was talking, what I was saying was it's not looking like other people's, things like that. You know, at the end of the day, along my journey, I have judged my insides by other people's outsides, making comparisons. But guess what? They are them and I am me. There's a self-acceptance piece. I'm real thankful to have a mentor and so forth who guides me through just life, not about hair. I don't have a mentor for hair, but just in life in general. And I really appreciate my mentor. He has a few sayings, and sometimes he always shares his experience, and I get to learn through a shared experience. And his experience is he likes to say, I add these things into my shopping cart. I go on Amazon. I want to buy everything because I'm trying to fill this emptiness and so forth. But I also know who I am, and I also know I can regret these choices later on. So what I like to do is, this is him talking to me. What I like to do is I like to add things to my shopping cart and let them sit there for a few days. You know, usually if he lets it sit for a few days, he realized it was an emotional decision and he didn't need to do that. He has another saying where he says, man, I just pray to my higher power and wait for further instructions. So basically, being patient, not being so impulsive and reactive, not obsessing and just thinking about it over and over again till you think so much that you become compulsive and just do it without thinking, only to regret it later. I know I'm not the only one who has that type of challenge. So add it to your shopping cart, wait, pray, and wait for further instruction. Basically, be patient, have faith. You don't got to do nothing right now. And I got to remember that. So, I got my neck lined up, but I didn't make a personal mistake, something that I regret later. And so for that, I feel good. Know that I'm growing and that I'm developing as a person. Also developing my spiritual awareness, my self-awareness, you know what I mean? And just trusting the process altogether. There's no point in me getting on here and telling you guys to trust the process if I can't do the same. And my only reason why I tell you guys is because maybe my experience, strength, and hope will help carry you along the way. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm not going to shave my face in the future. It just means I didn't do it right now. You know? But right now, I just prayed and I'm waiting for further instruction. Right now, the instruction hasn't came in, so I got facial hair. Yeah, that's what's up. So anyhow, I'm about to take you around my kitchen one more time before we sign out, man. Ooh, my neck hurts whenever I shake that. Had a car accident a few years ago, 5 years ago to be exact, over 5 years. And my neck still hurts. So anyhow, yeah. This has been 3 years, 10 months in the making, you guys. Got 2 more months to my 4-year anniversary. You know, thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. But most of all, comment, you guys. Comment. I do answer and I do reply to every comment. I really appreciate those of you who are writing inspirational things, encouraging me to move forward. Hopefully, I'm giving that back to you whenever you're looking at my journal, these videos, and so forth like that. And I try to give it back to you guys. If you haven't started your journey, hopefully I inspire you to start yours. Hopefully you learn something, you know what I mean? And teach me something in the comments. Don't only just give me inspiration, tell me what you're doing. You know, maybe I could get it. I don't know what the screaming noise is in the background, some squirrel, bird, I don't know. You hear it? So anyhow, like I said, I thank you guys for tuning in. My name is not so anonymous. 2 Stoves. Not yet. I'm not out. Happy Father's Day. Don't forget that. You know, happy Father's Day to you guys. Happy Father's Day. To those of us who are still here, those who have one in the bud, and those who have a daughter or a son. You know what I mean? It doesn't really matter if you're expecting one. And for those of us who've actually moved on to the next life, you know what I mean? Rest in peace to those fathers, or your fathers, if you happen to be in the same situation as me. I had 2 dads growing up, so rest in peace to both of them. All right, now it's official. My name is not so anonymous. This is my 3-year, 10-month anniversary. 2 Stoves, and I'm out.